To learn more about earning college credits with Study Hall, go to gostudyhall.com or click the link in the description. Renee has always loved photography, and after several years of photographing events and families as a hobby, she decides she's ready to turn it into her job. Renee wants to start a business. She has no problem creating a beautiful website, finding clients, and producing gorgeous photos. But when it comes to the financial side of things, Renee quickly realizes she's in over her head. She doesn't know the best way to track her income and spending, and she's really not sure she's reporting her income and paying her taxes correctly. Renee needs an accountant. That's where you come in. As an accountant, your confidence and expertise with spreadsheets, tax documents, and all the numbers related to Renee's income and spending will set Renee's mind at ease and set her business up for success. When Renee meets with you, you show her how to fill out all the forms and documents she needs to make her business legit. You help her navigate the cells on the spreadsheets, tracking all the money coming in and out of her business. And you guide her to strategize ways to cut spending and increase profits to grow her business each year. After just one meeting with you, Renee's business is much more likely to succeed, and she has more confidence that she'll be able to pursue her photography passion for years to come. Not only that, but you have a new long-term client. She'll be back in April for help filing her taxes. Hi, I'm Vanessa Hill, and welcome to Fast Guides, a study hall series that explores different college majors. In this episode, we'll discuss what you can look forward to studying for an accounting degree. As Renee found out, accountants are often the first people you need to call when starting a business, which puts them at the heart of the systems that allow our world to function. Because a lot of accounting work happens behind the scenes, accountants can seem like sidekicks to the ones running the business. But in reality, accountants are actually less like Robin and more like Batman. Accountants get the first call because in order to be a business and stay in business, organizations need to have money moving in and out of the company. And accounting is how businesses keep track of all that money. Accountants help businesses make sure they're not spending more than they're making, and that they understand the ins and outs of confusing tax laws so they can help businesses create strategies and manage their funds efficiently. They also help businesses make and follow plans to make their wildest business dreams come true, all while making sure they still have enough money to pay their employees. By getting a degree in accounting, you'll learn how to compile, report, and interpret all that financial information. It's an important job, and one that's required for every business in every industry. Accounting isn't just about businesses either. Everyone has to keep track of their money. Maybe make investments or buy that house if they're lucky and pay their taxes. And many turn to accountants for help. Folks with accounting degrees might also use their knowledge to hunt down and catch people who don't comply with tax and finance laws. In this way, accountants make sure everyone follows the same rules and that no one illegally cuts corners. The point is, so much of what a business, organization, or person hopes to achieve is accomplished with money. And accountants are the superheroes who make sure that money is used well. Unfortunately, there's no such thing as financial superhero school. Or there is, but most schools don't call it that. Instead, you'll be studying accounting, probably in a school's business program. Some schools may offer accounting degrees as a subset of a Bachelor of Business Administration degree. Others offer accounting under the Bachelor of Science umbrella. Either way, you'll probably start by studying a few general business or economics classes. And while you don't need to be a math expert to be an accountant, you may need to take calculus or statistics. As you advance, accounting majors can expect to take taxation and introductory accounting classes. You'll probably also need to take a business law class, since so much of accounting is about complying with laws and regulations. In your accounting classes, you'll be simulating the process of being an actual accountant. This means combing through spreadsheets and financial data to pull the relevant information into whatever document you're working on. Many programs also encourage students to gain experience through an internship, So you might spend a semester interning in an accounting firm or in the financial department of a company, getting hands-on experience working as an accountant. This gives you the opportunity to speak with other accountants and learn what the day-to-day is like, which helps you be sure that accounting is the right career for you. It's also a stellar way to make connections in the field and build your network, so that finding a job after graduation is easier. So you might like accounting if you like analysing and interpreting data, or if you love spreadsheets. And an appreciation for math and numbers certainly won't hurt. Aspiring accountants should also have strong quantitative skills. That's the ability to reason and make arguments using numbers. For accountants, that means it's important to be able to take a confusing set of numbers and interpret what they mean for decision makers. Chances are you probably already use quantitative skills every single day. If you're making a meal for your friends, you need to know how many people you're cooking for so that you can plan accordingly. This involves breaking down numbers and making a plan so that you can buy enough groceries and cook the right amount of food for everyone. Plus, leaving yourself enough money and time so you can order a pizza if everything goes sideways. This goes hand in hand with analytics, or analysing financial data to find patterns and make decisions. Further, anyone who wants a future in business will find some relevance in accounting. Since accounting is so important for any company, those wishing to start their own businesses need to either A, know some accounting best practices, or B, make enough money to hire someone who does, which you can't do until you've, been around long enough to make some actual money. Either way, understanding how money works within a business is an important skill to have, and it's one you learn in abundance as an accounting major. And hey, a desire to fight crime and save the world helps too, because Batman? But really, the toughest part about being an accounting major isn't saving the world. Accounting majors take a variety of business, accounting, and finance courses that build on each other as you advance. Failing to grasp those early accounting concepts threatens to derail your future coursework. So make sure you're asking questions if you don't understand, especially early on. Seek out professors during office hours or peer study groups to fill in any gaps that you might have in your studies. Setting yourself up with a strong foundation for study skills and organisation will also help keep you on track. Learning early on how to manage your time and keep track of assignments and due dates will be key. Lucky for you, you love spreadsheets. You can use those to manage your schedules, your deadlines, and helpful concepts and formulas that you can refer to throughout your studies. That skill will also help as you advance in your accounting studies. If you learn to keep track of a wide variety of information wisely early on, you'll be able to carry that on for the tougher classes, making your life so much easier. And if you discover that accounting isn't exactly your jam, that's okay. You'll have enough exposure to other subjects, especially related to business, that pivoting to another degree shouldn't be terribly difficult. For instance, some schools like Arizona State University offer a financial planning degree, which has a significant overlap with accounting but focuses more on helping individuals manage their money rather than businesses. Or you might opt for a more generalized business degree if you prefer to take a broader view instead of focusing so heavily on the numbers and tax laws. But if you stick with the entire program, you'll graduate into one of the most in-demand industries in the United States. And not only are there many jobs available in accounting, but salaries for accountants have also gone up in recent years. Many accountants can start out earning around $60,000 out of college. And as you gain experience and seniority, that figure can climb to more than $87,000, according to data from 2022. Of course, talking about salaries is hard because so much can change depending on lots of factors, like where you live or what kind of company you work for. And there are many different kinds of jobs available to folks with accounting degrees. One path is to become a certified public accountant, or CPA. They're responsible for helping companies and individuals maintain and improve their finances. They also often help people file their taxes, making April a very busy month for CPAs. But keep in mind that to become a CPA, you'll need to pass the CPA exam. And every state may have different requirements for education and experience before taking the exam and earning a CPA license. So if you're hoping to go this route, you'll want to plan ahead so you can meet all the requirements before graduation. Or you can go back to school and get a master's in accounting. Many employers either prefer or require applicants to have a master's degree in order to be considered for a particular job. In addition, while getting a master's isn't required to become a CPA, it's often recommended. You could also get a PhD in accounting if you're interested in research or becoming a professor. Another option is to use your analysis skills to become an auditor or forensic accountant. Government agencies and businesses hire auditors to review a company's or person's financial documents to make sure they are prepared correctly. In some cases, auditors are called in when there's a suspicion that someone didn't properly record their financial information. At other times, an auditor might be called in by a company to find ways to cut back on wasteful spending. Either way, working as an auditor is sort of like being a financial detective. Or put those finance skills to work and become a financial advisor. Financial advisors often help folks make smart investment decisions, advising clients where to put their money so that it grows the most over time. Similarly, accountants also work as budget managers, helping businesses make smart, cost-saving decisions to accomplish their long-term goals. Ultimately, the job of any accountant combines not just a strong understanding of finance, but also skills in communication, organisation, and detail-oriented analysis. These are skills you'll pick up throughout your studies and career that will make you an asset to any organisation. While we may not like to admit it, Liza Minnelli and Adam Smith said it best: money makes the world go round. So many of our future goals, whether it's turning your side hustle into a full-time job or expanding a company's base of operations from Paris, Texas to Paris, France, require money. And accountants are often the ones who make it happen. Who else has the time to read, understand, and spit back out complicated tax law? Who else will keep the credits separate from the debits? Who else will make sure the owner's nephew doesn't spend all the money on NFTs? Accountants. That's who. If you want to investigate more degrees before you choose a major, check out our other videos in this playlist. To find out how to earn college credit with Study Hall, go to gostudyhall.com or click the link here or in the description. And if you want to help us out, give this video a like and comment to let us know how you chose your degree or what you wish you'd known before you started your degree. Thanks for watching.